going live.
It's getting ready. It's getting ready to go live.
It's going live.
It's going live.
And we are live.
In 3, 2, 1.
And my camera's out again, damn it. As soon as we go live, because I went live on Streamlabs, probably that's why.
I was gonna say, I can still see your camera, I just don't see you on it.
Yeah, right? HP True Vision. There we go.
Craziness.
There we go. What's up, Cat in a Hat? Cat in a Hat in the house.
And Charlie Waffles here. Oh, he had to switch the hat.
I had to put the hat on, so y'all. I didn't even switch my shirt, man. I've been so busy trying to get ready to go live.
I'm in the process of cleaning my house.
Nice. Anyways, welcome, man. Episode of Endzone to Endzone. I know it's been a minute since you had both Waffles and Cat in the Hat in the house together. We got a lot to talk about. Pittsburgh and Dolphins made a blockbuster trade today, and we're going to break it all down for you. We're going to break down what that means. We got Ramsey, Juno out of Miami, Fitzpatrick back into Miami. So where does that leave TJ Watt? I don't know. We gonna break it all down for you. But before we do all that, make sure y'all go and smash that like and subscribe. It should be playing noise, but for some reason when it downloaded with no noise, so we're talking over the background of it. Anyways, welcome in everybody. Another episode of Endzone to Endzone. So Waffles, where were you at and what were you doing when you heard the news today?
Like I said, I was in the process of cleaning my hats, and I just happened to be scrolling on my phone on TikTok and YouTube, and I was just messing around and just got these little breaking news bullshits, and I was like, oh no, the rumors, and then all of a sudden, breaking on NFL.com, and I was like, okay, that one's
right, legit, right?
Yeah, so then I knew something had happened. So then I started researching it a little bit, looking into it, and I seen that as well as what was it, a 7th round pick or something like that for the Dolphins. They gave up Ramsey and Juno Smith for the 7th round pick and Minka Fitzpatrick.
Finka Fitzpatrick. Okay, Matt McAfee.
Yeah, my dyslexia coming out.
So so they traded Ramsey for Minka Fitzpatrick. They gave Ramsey a raise, actually, a $1.25 million raise, so make extra this year compared to what he would have made. And then they also got Juno Smith, and in the process, Pittsburgh traded. No, Pittsburgh gets a 7th round 2027 pick, and Miami gets a 5th round 2027 pick. So it's not even for next year; it's for the year afterwards. But um, even still, with what this does for the Miami Dolphins, I don't think getting an extra pick next year is going to help us. We're going to go into that. I was working. Like I was literally like when the news came in for me, like I was in the middle of doing a fish tank and like I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So like I've been waiting for this to come out and like I'm working today, I'm covering somebody's shift. Like I could have been off today. I would have been like live as soon as it broke, but I couldn't. So like of course I went on and I started researching on my Dolphin sites and like all the Twitters and stuff. Because like yes, first thing I saw it was like rumors and not like places that I trust, it's like, oh, well, I got to look into it, so then I started like researching and yeah, I seen it came out, so I was like, all right, well, I got to like make a couple minutes, like I got to shave off a couple minutes so I can make a video about this cuz like I can't be at home, like I'd be at home right now going live talking about it, but yeah, I was like in the middle of doing a fish tank, my hands were wet and I didn't care. So
So from your point of view as a Dolphins fan, is this a good thing for the Dolphins, or are they giving away their stars for? Is Tyreek next?
is Tyreek next? I mean, a lot of people are probably gonna like go on and say that because of the Will Smith meme that he had
I will.
put out on Twitter. They're like, it's already started. Me personally, I don't think so. Tyreek Hill went out and he tried to keep Jalen Ramsey on the team. Unfortunately, I don't know if it worked out. Like, I don't know if they just didn't get a chance to meet up and actually talk with each other because, like, I've been keeping an eye on Tyreek Hill. All his Twitter, his Instagram, his Twitch page. Like he hasn't gone live since he said that. He's been like posting a couple videos about races and stuff. I don't know if y'all seen that the other day. He hit 26 miles per hour. So no, I'm not worried about the Miami Dolphins. I think that this was a great move for the Miami Dolphins. It tells me that we are invested and we are like I feel like they opened their window up a little bit more by making this move. It was closing, like they had a wide open window 2 years ago, and then last year it closed like halfway, and then through the off season it just looked like it was just getting like more and more shut. But with this move, I feel like they opened it back to at least halfway. And why do I say that? Because like
Yeah. Why do you say?
Jonnu Smith, like he was okay. Like he did okay for us. Like towards the back end of the year, like the first 8 games, he didn't do anything. He just had a really
He was
phenomenal.
your best tight end for the season,
I mean, he was a wide receiver three for us for the season, but like
basically.
he didn't start out like that. He had to come into that. Like he the way that our offense is built, it's very scheme driven, which means like I don't know if you paid attention to those videos I did a couple weeks ago where I was talking about Zach Wilson and NWI coming in their interviews. They were saying that it's really difficult to learn this type of offense because it's a timing based offense. Like most quarterbacks and wide receivers don't throw to a spot, they throw their wide receiver open, if you understand what I'm saying. Where this
Yeah.
offense is designed where it's like, hey, you need to be in this spot at this moment. And the quarterback, hey, you need to throw it in this spot at this moment. So it's really hard for 1 year guys to come in here and actually perform. And that's why you didn't see Juno Smith actually do great until halfway through the season once he actually figured out the timing, figured out the system, figured out how everything works. Now, granted, would I have loved to have kept him for another year in this offense? Of course I would have, but like for $12 million, I'd rather have Zach Sealer on that defense. I'd rather have our front seven on our defense solid as effing possible. That way we can pressure these quarterbacks because we still got to go against Josh Allen twice this year. We're gonna have to go against Aaron Rodgers again this year. We're gonna have to go against Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Like we have quarterbacks that are mobile and can do things with the ball that we need to be able to keep them under control. And that's why I think they made this move, and that's why I think this move isn't isn't bad for the Dolphins, but good for the Dolphins because it gives us the money to be able to pay Zach Sealer and keep Zach Sealer. And we
And
have
at the same time, invest in your future for a younger core that you've been going for. I've noticed you've been getting rid of a lot of your veterans. You got rid of Raheem Mostert. You got rid of Johnny Smith now.
yeah,
So
and
I can definitely see you rebuilding for a younger team.
it's like Tyreek Hill now is pretty much the oldest person on the team, but I really don't see him going anywhere. Like he wants to stay in
Oldest in
Miami.
the past.
Oldest and the fastest. Yeah, 26 miles per hour. Get with that. 26 miles per hour. That was crazy, bro. Did you see that? So, what do you think this does for the Steelers?
I mean, it's given Rodgers more weapons to throw to. Not that, I'm very confident in his abilities as of next year, but at the same time, with more weapons that have a decent offensive line to keep him on his feet and give him time to throw, then we could be looking at a probable big upset in Steelers country. They could go with the double tight end for all the protection for days because Janu was good at protection. And who do they still got up there? Pat
Fryer
Fryermuth.
move, yeah, Fryer move.
They just signed him for a new extension on his deal, so they're keeping him. So they're going to definitely run a lot of two tight end big formations this season. I can see it already.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, the Aaron Rodgers move was already a good move for the Steelers. It definitely put them in a better position than they were before he signed with the team. And Jonnu Smith is definitely. Hold on, I got his
He's
stats here.
perfect.
Let's see
He's
how
perfect.
let's see how useful he's gonna be. I have his stats pulled up here. Well, I had them pulled up, and then I had to like get images. Hold on.
Yeah, it was some like 800, almost 900 yards and 8 touchdowns last season.
Yeah. So this will be his
And like,
fifth.
and like you said, that was just him being active in the back end of the season.
All right. So
Like if him fully healthy, active the whole season, ready to go, could be a problem.
yes, it could be a problem. I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers offense being hard to grasp, not like the Miami Dolphins offense is with all the timing based plays that they have. But let's look through it here. So he's been in the league since 2017. This will be his fifth team he's playing for. He started with the Titans, um, and he didn't really do a lot. Like his rookie year, he only had 157 yards and 2 touchdowns. Year after that, he had 258 with 3 touchdowns and 439 with 3 touchdowns. And then he had an uptick in touchdowns. I'm guessing his last year with the Titans, they basically used him for like the red zone because he had 448 yards with 8 touchdowns.
And that's where he's good.
And then he went to the Patriots and completely fell off for 2 years. Like he did 300 yards and 250 yards with 1 touchdown in both seasons. And then for the Falcons,
Was that like,
that
go
was
ahead, what years was that?
that was 22 and 21, 21 and 22. So um that would be the end of Tom Brady.
Yeah, the end of Tom Brady's career and Gronkowski being the number one tight end in the team. So he probably didn't get a lot of reps in those
Fair,
seasons as well.
fair. All right, I'll take that because the next year in 2023 he went to the Falcons. He had 50 receptions for 582 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then last year he came And then last year he had 88 receptions for 884 yards and 8 touchdowns.
And that was all being utilized in like mostly not necessarily
So,
screenplays, but like deep, deep passes.
so in the 8 years he's been in the league, the his best performance was last year with the
Yeah,
Dolphins, and he was in a Tom Brady led offense. So I don't know, like he's another option, I guess.
yeah, but Brady had his favorites already. You know
I
what I
I'm
mean?
just saying,
He
like,
could have been the
was
protector.
Johnu was
He could have been the
all right.
protector while Gronkowski goes out and makes the catches.
No, I totally get what you're saying, but like look at look at it this way. All right, so look at Sam Darnold last year, right, with the Vikings,
Yeah,
balled out. Watch what he does.
able to perform.
Watch what he does this year in freaking Seattle.
You don't
Okay,
think he's gonna ball out the same way?
look what Kirk Cousins did before he left. Like when Kirk Cousins was in Minnesota with Justin Jefferson. and then he went to Atlanta last year. What happened to Kirk Cousins? He got benched before the season ended for a rookie. All I'm saying is, was Janu a product of the Mike McDaniel offense? Just like Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold was a product of Justin Jefferson? You know what I mean? Because I'm
I
looking
feel
at
like
his
Jefferson
numbers
wasn't
here.
necessarily a product of Justin Jefferson, more of such a product of that offense. Justin Jefferson getting open and having massive yards and catches is one thing, but if your QB can't get it to him, then it doesn't matter. So there's a lot of progress on the QB point at that. Don't
Well,
get me wrong, I was a big Arnold hater. I wanted him to do horrible when he went to Minnesota because of how like he played for the Jets and how I bought the fucker's jersey, you know what I mean? And it still ended up being a situation where I was like embarrassed to wear it.
all right.
And
Well,
now it did good last year. I'm like, well, should I pull that bitch back out and wear it just for the name, not necessarily for the team?
hey, all those extra jerseys that you have are going to be coming in handy for us real soon when we start doing skits of like various teams and shit because we're going to need those extra jerseys. But
I,
anyways,
I
y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. This, yo, you can call this a freaking hot take because just like Kirk Cousins fell off from going from the Vikings to the Falcons, I think Sam Darnold is going to do the same thing. I think Sam Darnold, it was just a product of that offense and the fact that they have Justin Jefferson on that team. They have all the JJs on that team. Um, I don't think he's going to perform
JJ
well.
McCarthy now.
And just like I don't, that team makes so much sense. You got all the JJs: Justin Jefferson, JJ McCarthy, and Justin or what's the other JJ guy? Their number two receiver. They have another JJ. I'm telling you. Anyways, just like
I didn't know
I
there was a G.
just like I know Jonnu Smith is going to go to the Steelers, and he's not going to have the same productivity that he had with the Dolphins.
I think, like I said, I think they're gonna do. I think he's gonna do better than he did with the Dolphins personally. Um, that's my hot take. Jonnu Smith is going to do more than 88 catches, more than 883 yards, and more than 8 touchdowns this season. On the opposite side of the field of Fryermuth, with Rodgers slinging the ball to him, it's going to be exciting to watch, exciting to see, and they're going to go out on top,
Okay,
or so he says.
all right, so fantasy draft purposes, where would you rank him on? Yeah, yeah, get to a serious question now. All right, so where would you rank him on the tight end chart? Where would you rank him on the
Do I
tight end chart?
say? Do I say?
Six?
Or do I just show? I didn't say anything.
I
I didn't
saw a
say
six.
anything.
I saw a six. That's what I saw right there. I saw a
You
six.
saw what? You saw hands going. You saw hands moving. You know what I'm saying? That's about what I would say in my mind.
Six. That is definitely a hot fucking take right there, man. Six. I would not. I wouldn't even have him in the top 10. Don't worry, we're gonna get together, Waffles and I, and we're gonna go through our top tens for our fantasy drafts, and we're gonna be putting out some videos in the coming future. So make sure y'all go smash that like, smash that subscribe, because you're not gonna want to miss out. We have some sleepers for you. At least I know I got some
You're gonna
sleepers.
start throwing out names, and I'm gonna be like, do.
Um, so he's got Janu at six. Anyways, so to going back to the trade, Minka Fitzpatrick's coming home. He got drafted by the Dolphins 11th overall in the 2018 draft. Um, since then, he has been three-time first-team All-Pro in 19, 20, and 22. He's been to five Pro Bowls. He has a total of 608 tackles, five forced fumbles, five fumble recoveries, 20 interceptions, and five defensive touchdowns. Who do you got there?
Mike Vick.
Mike Vick. Oh,
Oh,
what's that card pack that you had?
that. Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett, who's now a Brown. All right, I got another hot take for you. Do you think Kenny Pickett is still a Cleveland Brown by the time the season starts?
That
Dak,
Dak
Dak,
King.
got that Dak Prescott.
Oh, and then Nick Bosa.
Bosa.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question. I was excited.
So do you think that Kenny Pickett is gonna be start the year as a Cleveland Brown, or do you think he's gonna get carted off somewhere else before the season starts?
I don't know.
Well, they got the quarterback room right now with Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and then they drafted Shador Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. So it's like they literally got a four-way quarterback race, and they still technically have massage guy on the roster, Watson.
Yeah, I'm sure Flacco's out. It's going to be a battle between Shadur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel, to be fair, in my eyes.
So you think one of the rookies are going to start there?
Oh, absolutely. Brown's got nothing to lose. Why not start a rookie?
Well, I mean they just paid Chubb, so like I don't know. I feel like they got to try something. Like they're not going to get big wins, but they got to look like they're trying. Like I don't know. I think Kenny Pickett's going to be on another team. I don't think he's going to start the season with the Browns. I think Joe Flacco will still be there. I think Joe Flacco will start. He'll probably start like the first couple weeks, and depending on how it goes, that's when they'll bring in either Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders. Um,
I'm willing to bet we don't see him at all in preseason.
who's that? Joe Flacco?
Flacco.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't. He's a veteran. He doesn't need to play preseason. That's definitely going to be all Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders and Kenny Pickett if he's even still there come preseason. Um, but I was looking through some of Minka Fitzpatrick.
They're going to want to see who produces in a real game. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why I don't think Kenny Pickett's going to be around because like there's too much competition there and he wants to play. So, but like I don't know where he would go. But anyways, we're getting a little off track. Let's get back to this trade. So the Steelers they get Jonnu Smith. We pretty much covered that. And then they get Jalen Ramsey because they lose Minka Fitzpatrick. So kind of feel like that's somewhat of an even trade. I definitely feel like the Dolphins got a little bit of the upper hand though because our guy is younger. Our guy is younger, Minka Fitzpatrick. So he's got a little bit more gas left in the tank. And if we compare their stats here, if we compare their stats
And that was a
here,
mosaic.
so I
Which
mean
stats you comparing right now?
Minka Fitzpatrick and Jalen Ramsey. So I mean they're not far off from each other. So Minka Fitzpatrick has been in the league
Those are
since 2018. That's one, two, three, 8 years, 20 interceptions. Ramsey has been in the league since 16, so 10 years, 24 interceptions.
was that
Ram-
a corner and a linebacker too?
no, 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 a safety and a cornerback. So Ramsey's the cornerback and Minka's the safety. Basically the same thing. Just like cornerback is further back in the field and safety is more towards the middle.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Um, so you have 24 for Ramsey in 10 years and 20 for Minka Fitzpatrick in 8 years. Minka had 2 years. that are better than any of Ramsey's years as far as interceptions go. Minka had a 5 year, like 5 interceptions in 1 year and 6 interceptions in 1 year. And the highest that Ramsey has had in 1 year is 4 interceptions. But he's done that 3 times. Um, they both
How many passes? And
passes defended. Hold on, it's not giving me that stat on this site. So let me go to ESPN and I'll give you that. I'll give you that in just a second. Oh, it's giving me game by game. I want like season. Oh wait, no,
wait for the
it is
season.
no, it is giving me the season. Hold on. All right, so Minka Fitzpatrick. What is that? 2020. 9 passes defended, 5 interceptions. Um, the year that he had 6 interceptions, he had 11 passes defended. All right, let's go to Ramsey. Oh, they're way higher. Like his first 3 years was all double digits, so 14, 17, 13. And then like his 2019, he only had 5 passes thrown his way. 20, he had 9 passes, and then 21 and 22, it was 16 and 18. And then the last 2 years was 5 and 11. So, I mean, breaking it down, if we want to do the average, he had one. His best year was 1 interception every 4 passes thrown his way for Ramsey. Minka Fitzpatrick was basically 1 for 2. Like, if he was getting thrown at twice, he was intercepting one of them. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Ramsey is 1 for 4.
Get thrown at 4 times. Get
Yeah. So I think
still, that's pretty decent.
I think the Dolphins won that trade. I mean, but the thing is, like, people aren't throwing to Minka Fitzpatrick. They're not throwing his way, and that's what hurts most of these like safeties and these cornerbacks. It's like once you get good, you show people that you're good. Like they just avoid you, and like that's the one that's the one bad thing about the Dolphins is like we don't have another person out there that will like that's going to be scarier than Minka Fitzpatrick. You know what I'm saying? Just like we didn't have another person out there that was scarier than Jalen Ramsey. So it's like as long as we don't throw to Jalen Ramsey, we should be okay. Now it's going to be the same thing. As long as we
Right.
just stay away from Minka, it's going to be okay. But that's the joys of it being the safety position because he gets to play more of the field. Like he's not going to be stuck up in a corner or guarding like their number one guy. He gets to play more of the field, and Anthony Weaver is definitely like he is a really solid defensive coordinator. If this season goes south and we start the season 0-6, don't be surprised if Anthony Weaver ends up being our head coach. Like I'm just saying, like if we go 0-6, like there's probably going to be a coaching change, and I wouldn't doubt if Anthony Weaver takes the job. So I think he's going to be able to use Minka
The
Fitzpatrick.
interim head coach down in Miami.
Yes, sir. Hot take. No, I'm not going with that though. So,
Yeah.
so with the Steelers paying Ramsey, like they gave him a raise, and they paid Juno Smith $12 million. Where's that going to leave T.J. Watt? He's wanting money. He wants his contract extension. Like, what do you?
Sit down, TJ. You got a ring yet?
Well, I mean, has Tomlin got a ring yet either?
You want to get the ring with us or not? This is our chance.
This is their year. It looks like the Steelers are going all in, but can they afford to pay
To
him.
be fair, anyone that's picking up Rodgers as a quarterback is going all in on a 1 year deal. Like the Jets did it, the Steelers are doing it.
Yeah. Yep.
We're rooting for nostalgia at this point, but they're trying to back up nostalgia with proper weapons.
Well, I
Not
mean,
that Garrett Wilson all weren't proper weapons. It just and Devontae Adams coming in halfway through the season. If they'd have had like a better chance at the start, there's a lot of what ifs out there.
I
But
don't
what happened is what.
I don't think the Jets were ready for Aaron Rodgers to come in there. Like Pittsburgh Steelers is a much more defined organization. Like the culture is there. Like there's a head coach that like will put his foot down on Aaron Rodgers' throat and be like, "Shut the fuck up. We're not bringing in your old ass Alan Lazard and freaking like all these old ass heads that aren't gonna help us win." You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. We're not
So
bringing all your buddies over here to the frat party.
yeah, like we're not over here having fun and like. But you seen the interview with Aaron Rodgers
We want to have some fun, go out there and win some games,
On the Pat McAfee show. I mean,
winning games.
I know it's their job to like go out into the media and like hype up the fans to keep them excited and stuff. But like I believed Aaron Rodgers when he was like, yeah, like this is gonna be my last year, so it's like I'm gonna give it all I got, empty the gas tank. So I think like, does he win the Super Bowl? No. Do they make it into the playoffs? Yes. Does he have an MVP caliber season? Yeah, I believe all that's going to happen. No, you don't? I do. I do believe he'll have an MVP caliber season. Doesn't mean he's going to win it. I think Jaden Daniels is going to win that. Um, but he's still going to perform like it. So,
You
but
just gotta produce. That's
but
all.
but it's not going to turn into anything except a late draft pick in 2026. No Super Bowl ring and nothing really to show for it except another non-losing season for Mike Tomlin, right?
And anything over 500 is okay.
Okay. I mean, that's where the Dolphins are stuck in all the time. Like we're always stuck in this purgatory where it's like we can't get good draft picks, but we're not good enough to actually compete. So whatever. I was
I
like,
know the feeling. Minus the good draft picks.
all right, so let's. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so right now, team cap space, they have $18 million, the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they just got rid of Minka, but they signed. So this isn't even updated for today yet. So that's not even correct, or that's not even updated for today yet. So I don't know how they're gonna pay TJ Watt unless they like restructure his contract.
TJ Watt at home right now like this. Are they gonna pay me my money?
Not.
Signs point to no. Let's try that one more time.
Clip this.
Decidedly so. They're gonna pay me my money.
Oh yeah, with what?
Where they're gonna get it? Where they're gonna get it?
They gonna
Okay, find it.
they gonna rob a
Let's
bank.
see. Let's see. What's the next one? Ask again later.
Oh, 2 out of 3 doesn't look good. The signs don't look good. So TJ Watt can move basically. So let's be on the lookout for that the next 2 weeks, I would say, before training camps start. Um, Speaking of training camps, I have 2 tickets for every day of training camp that is available right now. So 2 tickets. So um, I'll be down there every day. If you want to join me, let me know. My plan is to. I'm taking those days off. I'm gonna go down there for training camp, like record stuff, make videos, and then I'll drive Uber and Lyft like back, and that's gonna be my work for those days. Um,
Uber your way all the way back.
Pretty much.
Different trips.
Pretty much. It'll pay me pretty much the same as I would have made working 8 hours at my job. So plus I'll have the content for all of you guys. So make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. So if you
Yeah,
want to,
we want to see what happens in training camp.
yeah, this is gonna be my first year going to like every one of them, like every single one of them except Member Day. I miss getting the tickets for Member Day, so this will be the first year that my kids don't get to go to training camp every like for Member Day, anyways. But we'll be down there. I'll be down there. Maybe Waffles will be down there. Maybe my kids will be down there. Who knows? Will be down there. I know I'll be down there.
Give us some money to buy a new helmet.
I do need a new helmet. Oh, you need a new helmet, is what you're saying. That
No, no,
day,
I got to donate a signed helmet. I'm good. Got my beautiful Jets helmet on display in my room. So pretty.
yeah, I got my helmet up in my
Yeah,
closet.
yeah.
I got my helmet up
We're
in my
going on a little
closet.
adventure real quick. And I want to show
Oh,
you this other helmet that we got strictly so that we can beat it the fuck up.
oh, I freaking love it. Can I like put that on and run into a wall?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna love this, man. I'm gonna love
We can
this.
we can we can make some Buffalo fanatic videos
Oh man, I'm gonna freaking
with
love
that.
this. Damn, that's gonna be fun.
I knew you'd like that.
So now the question is like, are we gonna be able to pay Zach Sealer? We have the same issue with one of our defensive ends. Like, so I'm thinking that
You want to keep them, you gonna find the money.
I'm thinking that that's why we made this move with the Minka Fitzpatrick because we're saving money on Jalen Ramsey. We're saving money on Jonnu Smith. That way we can pay
Saving
Sealer,
that money.
saving that money. There's other people that are out there thinking that we're basically gonna reset. The question, like, Sealer is the answer basically. If the on what the Dolphins season is gonna look like this year is like if Sealer stays, we're trying to win. If Sealer goes, we're trying to reset. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. I don't see it as the deciding factor per se, but one way or another, you guys are trying to win every game, every season. That's the goal: win every game. Obviously, you got to take a game at a time, know who you're playing, whatnot, but win every game.
Every game. So how about them Jets, man?
Win every game. That's the goal. I'm telling you right now. Win every game. Jets, Dolphins, Bills, Chiefs. Doesn't matter who you're talking about. All the coaches are really drilling into their teams right now. Win every game. Every game counts. Every yard counts. Every catch counts. Points equal victory. Defense wins championships. Bulk up the defense, stop the other team from scoring. Recipe for a victory.
Well, just know that you're not going to win on September 29th, and you're not going to win on December 7th, because you're going to lose on both those days.
December 7th, we're probably going to win that one because we come down here, play the Dolphins. But, you guys are notorious for, well, actually, no, it's the other way around. We're notorious for coming down here and losing, and then you guys go up there and then we win.
Yeah, no, because we're at you guys in December. You're down here in
Yeah,
September.
I've been to that game.
But it's a night game, so you guys are lucky that it's not during the daytime, and you're not going to be playing in 100-degree weather.
No, we're gonna sweat it out during the day. We'll probably be hanging out in the AC, get some workout in. You know what I mean? Do a little pre-workout before we gotta go out on that field at what 8:30, 8:20 p.m.
Well, that's how the Dolphins like it, so that you get all like comfortable and lazy and stuff. You're like in that AC, and then all of a sudden, like you come out, it's 6 o'clock, and it's still hot as fuck down here in South Florida.
I'm telling you right now, them boys ain't having dinner till the game's done. You going out there hungry, motherfuckers?
Hungry. No, I do like how the Jets are gonna look with the Justin Fields offense. Like they definitely look like they're gonna be a more run centric team than pass centric for sure. Um,
Yeah, with Braylon Allen, Brees Hall, Isaiah Davis, and then Justin Fields as a mobile quarterback. I see a lot of screen passes. I see a lot of design QB runs that turn into passes, a lot of bootlegs, stuff like that. Keep him moving and keep the defense on their heels.
yeah, no, you guys definitely got a lot back there in the backfield, and it's gonna be fun to see how our front seven handles that. Is able to handle the pressure of having a quarterback that's like honestly Justin Fields in the right system, I think is better than a guy like Josh Allen. He just hasn't been put in the right situation yet, had the right people around him. He's had too much. He went to Chicago to where like he like initially entered the league with 10 tons of weight on his shoulders and nothing really around him to be able to help him perform. So now
They
he's
tried to bring in Keenan Allen, but they brought in an old veteran
yeah, and it
who I
was
believe is still available.
yeah, I heard some rumors about him going to the Dolphins. Like, what are we gonna do with Keenan Allen? Like, come on, like, what are we gonna do with Keenan Allen? Like, we already signed a 1 year deal with NWI Nick Westbrook Akinye, if that's how you say it. Um, and we just let Juno Smith go. You think we're gonna pick up Keenan Allen? Don't believe that stuff, guys. That's just clickbait.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Definitely not. It will be curious to see where he lands though, because
There's a lot of teams that's still looking for a second piece wide receiver wise.
for sure. Um, Not only that, like a solid backup, like a wide receiver three that could turn into a wide receiver two. I could probably see him going to Seattle, to be honest, joining Cooper Cup over there in Seattle with Sam Darnold. That would probably be where he ends up if I had to take a guess right now. But I mean, that's it for the trade, man. I don't think I had
It was
anything
nice
else.
talking shop.
Talking shop. Yeah, don't forget you're gonna lose December 7th and September 29th, man.
You keep saying it.
I
You keep
I
saying it.
I keep saying that. I'm looking at my schedule. I'm gonna look at your schedule, see where else you lose.
$5 on the first game. How about that?
September game?
And then of course double or nothing on the next game.
I'm looking at your season right now. You open with the
The
Steelers.
Steelers.
Yeah, at home.
So we got to put Rodgers in his place from the beginning.
That one's gonna be a fun game to watch. It's a good home opener right there. And then you
It's great for me too because like the Steelers are my girls' team and the Jets are my team, so it's literally a household divided rivalry right at the beginning of the game.
yeah,
First game of the season.
I'm gonna come to y'all's house um to watch the game with y'all to really watch y'all during the game.
I'm what is that 1 o'clock game? Because if so, I might have to take that day off of work.
It is a 1 o'clock game. Yes, it's a 1 o'clock game. And I know that that's away for us. We start the season away. Then you stay home and you play the Bills at 1 o'clock, and then you travel to Tampa and play the Buccaneers, which is going to be a good team again. And then you come to us and play the Dolphins. You're starting 0-4, buddy. And then
Nah,
and then you go back to home and you play the Cowboys, so you get your first win.
we're starting. we're gonna start 3-1.
3-1. So you're saying that you lose against the Dolphins?
I think we're gonna lose against the Bills personally. That's why I'm
No,
putting that helmet on.
no,
Especially
we
if
both
we're
can't. We both can't lose to the Bills early like that. One of us has to win, and
I know you should, but
we play them week
they,
3
they fuck.
On a Thursday night, which is going to be the fucking trifecta that puts Tua out of commission for the rest of his football career.
To his end of season, end of his career.
I mean, the last 2 times he got bad concussions that put him out was on a Thursday night against the Buffalo Bills, and now we have him again early on a Thursday night, Buffalo Bills. Like,
This is the face I'm gonna make when that shit happens.
I called it and I didn't want to. Oh my god.
This poor man. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
No, I think we're.
It would physically hurt to be right on.
Oh yeah, no, I would fucking cry. I would literally punch myself in the face. Like, like I would stand in front of a mirror and punch myself in the face. I don't know if I'll punch the
Like,
mirror or myself yet, but like one of them. Like, I would be so mad at myself if that happens. And I'm trying to like talk a lot about it because I want the streak to break. I want him to break it. Like I'm manifesting the opposite of it. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Like what do you call that? Like reverse psychology.
You're trying to reverse psychology, but you're actually just manifesting reality.
No, and then you go home and you play the Broncos and you Panthers and you lose to both of them. Let's change subjects here. Anyways, do you have any do you have anything else that you would like to hit on before we get out of here?
Uh, become a super thrifter at Super Thrift.
Isn't that where my mom works?
Bingo.
Oh, look at her.
Go be a super thrifter at Super Thrift. Maybe you'll run into AFC Waffles, Charlie Waffles out there thrifting.
Instead of
Finding
that,
cool stuff for you.
you should go check out Macari, Charlie's Choice Collectibles, and get all your stuff there.
You can, yeah, more than welcome to either meet me in public and I'll show you my wares, or you can hit the online store and buy it now. I got some new jackets posted up from the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons just recently.
He's got lots of good NFL stuff. He's got lots of sports stuff. He's got cards. He's got all kinds of it. Make sure y'all go check
And you
that
know, with the
out.
season coming up, you want to be decked out in some new gear.
He'll share the link to that in the comments once the video drops after we're finished here. The video will go live. You guys can see it afterwards and whatnot. It'll be down in the comments. Um, also, fantasy football is coming up, and we're the place to get you prepared for it. Waffles, take it away.
Fantasy football. Oh no! Do you normally down the ESPN app and just play it on there, like most people do? It's easy, simple to do. You can also do it on DraftKings as well as a few other sites. They have a lot of cool fantasy options for this season. You can get in on the money ball from DraftKings. It's only like what, $20, and you can win $1 million.
They actually upped it this
You
year.
see his eyes?
They
He's
actually
lighting it up.
upped it
Oh,
this
it's
year.
up this year. So
Yeah,
what, 5 million?
two and a half.
Yes.
Dead ass.
2.5 million. Still, half of 5 million. You can win half of 5 million. DraftKings right now.
Yeah, if y'all do the DraftKings for sure, make sure you focus on the draft because the draft is the most important. The way that the best ball works is that you draft and every week your top player gets put in those positions and that's how you do it. So you don't have the headache of being a manager and having to switch players out week to week wondering who should I play here, who should I not play here. No, DraftKings does all that headache for you. They pick the top players and they put it automatically in the spot. All you got to do is focus on your draft. And how you're going to focus on your draft, how are you going to prepare for your draft? You're going to tune into the AFC Easty Boys because we're going to be dropping some videos for you for your running backs, for your quarterbacks, for your wide receivers, for your sleepers, for your tight ends, all of that. So make sure y'all smash that like and subscribe and tune in because you're not going to want to miss it.
It's gonna be like watching the Matt McAfee show.
The Matt McAfee show. Yeah, make sure y'all go check that out too. Let us know what you think. We can definitely throw some more of those together. We love making fun of Aaron Rodgers.
And that we like spoofs.
Let's get it up, baby!
Keep the comedy going, NFL baby. Only what, 76 more days?
60. It'll be 66 tomorrow, right?
66 days.
Yeah, you had it back. Your dyslexia popped out again. You said 76 because
Yeah,
we're technically on 67 right now.
how do you say 32?
32 with two middle fingers. Oh, I'm using my mouse for my laptop again, bro.